How's it going, everybody? It's Trevor here with Geotrek, and today we wanted to film a quick video. We know the holidays are coming up and you're going to be buying gifts for your friends and family. You might have somebody that has a van and you want to get them a gift for their van, and so we wanted to come up with a list of 20 different items that you could buy somebody as accessory items for their van life adventures. We reached out to our team here at Geotrek. We've got a lot of experienced van lifers here at the shop, and then we also reached out to our Facebook group and kind of got some feedback from people in there. We've got about 500 different people in our Facebook group, so we got a lot of good things to go over today. But yeah, let's kick it off. So the first thing on our list is these pots and pans from Stanley. They come with a lot of different things in here. So you've got some plates and some bowls that come with them. These are actually my personal ones, so they've got a little bit of burning on the bottom. I'm not the best cook. These are great because they pack down super small and easy. Every square inch in a van counts for storage. And these are also induction safe, so they'll work with your induction stove, or you could put them on a propane stove or a gas stove, anything you'd like. The next item on our list is this Rumpl blanket here. This was also suggested to us by our Facebook group users, but these are great blankets. They're about the size of a queen blanket, so you can fit two people underneath it. And for a two-person blanket, this packs down pretty small. It's a down blanket, so it's going to keep you super warm in the wintertime. They're perfect for just, having an extra throwable blanket in a van. Next item is our leveling blocks. So these are our own Geotrek branded leveling blocks, pretty generic, just to help level out the van a little bit when you're parked on an unlevel surface. It's no fun sleeping when you got bad angle or something like that in the van, so these will be helpful to kind of level that and fix that problem. They pack down super easy, and you can pick these up here at our shop in Boulder. The next item, this is one of my favorite suggestions here. It's just a simple water filter. So this would screw onto the spigot of the hose that you're filling up your water tank with and just filter all the water that's going into your freshwater tank. We also offer a water filter that would filter all the water coming out of your faucet on our Geotrek vans. But it's nice to have that water filtered twice instead of just one time. So this will help you do that and keep your freshwater tank clean. The next item on our list, we don't have one here at the shop, but I have used these in my van and they're excellent. Really, you could go with any brand of these, but it's Husky work lights, work floodlights is what I use. They're like 20 bucks at Home Depot, super cheap. They've got, it's a square floodlight kind of looking thing, and then it's got a handle on the back that has magnets. And so you can just pop those anywhere on the exterior of the van, point it where you need it. They're rechargeable, super bright. Next item on our list, and this is probably something your friend or family does not have already, but it's these packable storage bins. So this one that we have here is just a Gregory branded one, which is a really nice brand, but you can get cheaper ones as well. Really just anything that fits in the upper cabinets that you can pack clothes in and kind of pack them down a little bit tighter just to make more use of the space that you have. But these are a great pickup. I've got a set in my van that I just bought off of Amazon. They're super cheap, but it's great for just condensing your clothes down so you can fit more gear inside the van. Next one on the list, still staying with the theme of storage, we've got our Geotrek rear door organizers. So these are great, just giving you extra pockets to put stuff in, small gear, especially for our rock climbing customers. They've got tons of gear. You can just stow away all that stuff into these little bags, which helps a ton. The next item on our list is one of the more expensive items on this list, but it is our Geotrek Ski Boxes. These can fit onto the back doors of any Sprinter van. We install them here at our shop in Boulder as well if you're looking for a local installer, but they are a great addition just to get some exterior storage on the outside of your van. The next item on our list is this Heartprint Threads blanket. If you're familiar with Geotrek and you've seen our photos of our vans on our website and everything, you'll probably recognize these blankets. We get questions about them all the time. They're a little bit pricey, I think just over $100, but really comfortable, really soft, and they've got this really cool kind of pattern on them that really fits well with the vibe of van life. Moving on to the next item, that would be this electric water kettle right here. So this is kind of a fancier one, looks really aesthetic and nice, but these are great for van life. They are a very efficient way to heat up, a little bit of water that you need for maybe cooking or coffee or tea or something like that. But they just have this little electric base. You plug it into one of the outlets in your van, pop this down, press go, and within like a couple minutes, you're gonna have boiling water, or you could pull it off before it gets too hot. Most people that are in van life love coffee as well. So for those people, we've got the Belletti espresso maker. So they're about 50 bucks or so at like a Target. I think you can get them on Amazon for a little bit cheaper than that as well. But they are just a single serve espresso maker. You put the grounds in the bottom, you set it on your induction stove, and it kind of percolates up and makes you some espresso right there. It is actually excellent. I do keep one in my personal van. It's a little hard to clean sometimes. It's only good, you can get a bigger size, if you want to make more coffee. The one I have is a little small, so I would recommend getting one that's a little bit bigger, just because if it's too small, it doesn't make enough coffee. Next item on the list is our Kelty two-person love seat camping chair. This was another suggestion from our Facebook group. These chairs are awesome. I've got to use a couple sometimes. I don't have one yet myself, but I definitely want to get one. This outer packaging of the chair acts as a floor mat. So if you've got a dog with you, you can lay this down on the ground for them and give them a comfy spot to lay while you and your partner are sitting in the chair. The next item on the list is another Geotrek product. It is our Geotrek merch. These are our newest version of our t-shirts. They are made out of bamboo. Very on brand for Geotrek. A lot of our materials that we use in the van are made out of bamboo. This is obviously bamboo fiber that makes up these t-shirts, but they're super soft, super comfortable, very similar to like Lululemon kind of fabric. But these are great, and you can only buy these here in our shop as well. So if you want to get somebody one of these as a gift, you gotta make the trip out to Boulder headquarters and check us out. Next option, a little uncomfortable to talk about, but it's the Trellino composting toilets. Everybody poops, so everybody's got to have somewhere to go in a van. The composting toilets are my preferred toilet option in a van. It separates 1 and 2, keeps it smell down, a lot easier to clean as well. But Trellino is who we use. Typically we use the Trellino Evo L. This is another one of their models here. It's a little bit smaller, but this would be a great gift to pick up for somebody in a van. Next item on the list, we also don't have one here at the table, but it is a convection oven air fryer. Typically we buy the Cuisinart brand one, but that is the best way to cook meals in a van. Super versatile. You can cook a steak, you can cook cookies, you can do just about anything in one of those, and they're very easy to clean. Doing dishes in a van is never very fun, so with an air fryer you can just line it with aluminum foil, cook what you want to cook, and then throw that out and there's no dishes. So that is a great thing to pick up for somebody that's new to van life or already experienced with van life. Next item on the list, probably one of my most important items to have in a van. It is a Bluetooth speaker. Bluetooth speakers are a lot more simple than doing some type of super overkill speaker system in your rig. These can go a really long ways. Next item on the list is the Nomadix quick dry towels. These are excellent because they quick dry for one, so you don't have to worry about waiting hours for a normal towel to dry off. You can kind of wring it out and it'll be quick dried in a couple minutes. And then they pack down super small as well. So storage space is super important in a van. Having a big bulky home towel is not gonna fit as well. So having something that packs down a little bit smaller is great. The next item on the list is something that everybody should have in their van. It's a battery jump starter. NoCo Boost is the brand that I personally have in my van. You'll want to look up and make sure you get the right model from NoCo for your vehicle specifically. They're all going to be different voltages and different wattages and stuff like that, so you want to make sure it's compatible with your vehicle. But those are great just as a backup power supply, but also it can jump your van's starter battery as well. So that is essential to have in a off-road camper van. Moving on to the next item, we've got the Starlink Mini. So these are on sale right now for I think 300 bucks, but typically they retail around 500 or so. But they are a very simple way to always stay connected wherever you are on the globe. The Minis come as a satellite dish that's about the size of a MacBook or something, and then it has a cord that just plugs into a 110 outlet. So setup is literally as simple as pulling it out and plugging it in, and then you're good to go. The last couple items are all kind of similar. They're just subscription services. So one, first and foremost, you get somebody the National Parks Pass that would allow them to go anywhere in the US to all the national parks across the US. That is super important for a van lifer to have. You gotta go check out some cool spots. And then the next option would be the Onyx subscription. Onyx is a satellite map service. It's an app on your phone, and you can pre-download maps before you go into an area where you may not have signal, but it's a really good option. This is what I use to find BLM land, kind of all across the country. It's great. You can just set filters on the map, look around, find remote areas, click on it on the map and see if you're allowed to go there and camp there. Super helpful. And then the third subscription item is Harvest Host. Harvest Host is awesome. They are similar to like Airbnb almost. You can get a subscription, and then there's hundreds or if not thousands of people across the US that participate in this app, and essentially they just allow you to come onto their property and camp there. All different kinds of places have it. There's wineries, there's breweries, there's remote farms that have it, that just allow you to come onto their property, camp there, and have a really cool experience. And once you pay the subscription, you can go to any of the sites as much as you want, as long as you make a booking and reservation with the property owner and everything. But that is a super cool app to have and a resource for van lifers. That wraps up our list for holiday gifts to buy your friends and family that are in a van. Hope you found it enjoyable, hope you found it helpful, and you got some good ideas to buy a gift for somebody. If you have any questions about these gifts, you can find all the links to them down below in the subscription below this video. Check them out. Yeah, hit us up if you have any questions.